Wild times. Here we go.
Wild Times, here we go. Welcome to the Wild Times podcast. This is the greatest wildlife comedy podcast in the world. That is a fact. You can look it up statistically. Put it in ChatGPT, see what they say.
Mm-hmm.
I'm your host, Forrest Galante, the broologist. With me, as always, the broducer and the brofessor. What's up, gents?
Hey.
Did you get a haircut?
No, I just washed and conditioned my hair.
Good.
Did you get a glow up? I mean,
What's a glow up?
A glow up is when you grow up to not be an ugly duckling.
No.
Oh,
A makeover, a little Botox, maybe.
That's not what a glow up
A
is.
spray tan.
A glow up is what the kids talk about when you were like an ugly high school, middle school kid, and then you turn out to be a very handsome or beautiful adult.
Fair enough.
No, I've deemed this the summer of pee.
That's right. You told me
right.
that.
And so I'm just enjoying taking a page out of Forrest's book.
Yeah.
Spending
Just
a lot
ignoring your
of
wife
time.
and kids and traveling all
Well,
over.
they're at camp and work all day.
No, I'm just kidding.
And you know what I'm doing?
Yeah.
2 hours of outside time, shirtless.
Nice. Yeah.
It's great.
Oh,
I'm getting so much
welcome to the
D.
happy side.
Yeah.
Vitamin D.
Well, you walked
So
in. You
much
walked.
D.
But
You-
dude, like,
I bet you are.
Starting the day off, like drop the kids off 9:15, just going on an hour bike ride, no shirt, tunes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
Like the rest of your day is great.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Rocking up the studio in a tank.
Yeah, it's
No
all
big
going to end
deal.
at some point, but I'm just trying to enjoy it.
Well, it sounds like you've reverted back to how life used to be pre-kids.
No, because I would be asleep at 9:50.
That's true. That's 100%
That is
true.
So it's actually worked out in your benefit. No, but you walked in this morning. I knew you were having your summer of pee thing, but I forgot. And I was like, you look like you just got off a plane to go to a resort in like Arizona or Florida. No sleeves. You're tan. You're looking a little bit more ripped.
Sure.
I mean,
Thanks.
your eyes have a glow about them this morning.
I'll tell you what it is. It's just seeing the sun. Like when you're ghastly and just pale,
like me.
you just everything looks like shit. Your eyes are sunken in your head.
I know. Tell me about it.
Yeah. So that's what's going on.
Speaking of walking in this morning, what happened when we walked in this morning, Papa P?
Oh, boy.
So I was on a phone call and I see Forrest walking with a very large cooler box
We'll talk about that
that
later.
says that purports to have abalone inside.
It does say live abalone on the side of the box. Yeah.
And
I
he's
didn't
got
see that.
a water bottle and a fresh Starbucks coffee.
Brand new.
One
full
sip
to the
top.
brim,
had one little
balanced on top.
Like a moron.
So I get the outside door to the studio for him, but then he decides that he cannot wait 1 second.
correct for no reason
And
whatsoever.
so he goes to open the door.
Mm-hmm.
Coffee bomb explosion in the hall.
All over. Had to call management to come and clean it up because it's
But
like.
you didn't have to. You chose to. That's
Yeah.
different.
See, this is so. In a way, I
It was worth
envy you,
it.
Forrest, because of your success and your everything, your high social media numbers. But I will say this: you're an absolute moron when it comes to doing things. Like a normal person. And I think this is part of why you're successful too, is because you kind of just fuck things up and then resolve the problems and carry on and keep doing that. So you're
Pretty
always
accurate.
busy doing things. But like a normal person would not just like be banging around with a coffee balanced on top.
You're right. You're right. And what's crazy is, in hindsight, I could have taken the lid off the cooler and perfectly stood the coffee up in the cooler.
You could have set the box
Oh,
down,
easily.
put the coffee on the
Easily.
desk.
There's a lot of ways I could have
at
resolved
least
that.
150. At least.
Well, the cooler said abalone, and I was like, shit. Like I've had some.
Yeah.
I
I don't even
really-
know what it is.
I hope it's kind of not
Is it
abalone.
a fish?
It's a shellfish.
Okay.
It's a delicacy though.
Okay.
And
Thanks for
I
the
was like,
picture,
oh, is
Kyle.
he bringing us abalone to try some?
Uh-huh.
And I was just like, oh, I'm not in the mood. It's kind of early.
Yeah, you went through a lot
Then he
of...
pops open the top.
Uh-huh.
It's like 100 pounds of sausage.
Oh, my God. And it is the sausage that you brought to the Christmas party
Yeah,
we had.
same one.
Oh, dude. We
It's
were
so good.
Like,
It's the best sausage I've ever had in my life.
Absolutely. Without
Zero
question. Without question.
I got to give a shout out to a little mom and pop shop, Ben's Custom Meats in Atascadero. Obviously not a sponsor. It's literally a dad and a son that have a butchery. And I take every year, for those that don't know, I'm not a big hunter. Obviously, I don't like killing things. I don't like seeing animals suffer. But every year I go with some friends and help do a pig eradication project up at Hearst property, right?
Where
Hearst
the castle is out here.
Yeah, we go to the inland side. It's a huge property. It's the largest private land holding in the state of California. But they have a terrible pig problem. Like the pigs just destroy their crops. And as we all know, wild boar are invasive in California, blah, blah. So anyway, between my buddy Jordan and I and the guys I was working with, they eradicated in the 2 days I was there 14 pigs. So I took these 14 pigs in the bed of my truck to Ben's, the butcher shop. And I did it last year as well. I do it once a year, and it gives me all of my red meat for the year.
Yeah.
Kyle, pull up the picture of my haul this year real quick.
Pork actually isn't red meat, though, is it?
I'd call it red meat.
I thought it was called the other white meat.
It was definitely a marketing thing.
Gotcha. Like milk.
Yeah, that's from this year.
Dude, so if you're only listening, this is his entire floor is covered in packages of meat.
No, what it looks
oh
like.
My God.
That's my freezer right now.
It looks like
It's
a
amazing.
blue whale got beached and then someone cut the whale part out and removed it.
Butchered it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm telling you,
it's a
bro,
lot.
like I am so excited about this. 4th of July is coming up. We might have a little something coming up in the pod related to that, which I'm excited about. But dude, this is going to be barbecuing this. You brought this, like a whole fucking box of it. My wife has been talking about this since
good.
Christmas.
Good.
Legit.
And there's
No
a lot
joke.
of flavors in there. There's not just the cheddar jalapeno. I got some IPA beer
Has she-
brats. some
Has
Swiss.
she had any sausage in her mouth since
Just mine.
the Christmas party?
Just mine.
Oh.
That was the joke, Peter. You didn't click there. Dude, so we did a pod, what was it, a month ago, 3 weeks ago?
You don't know.
Where Patrick goes, dude, I'm off of coffee. He did it cool, Patrick. He was like, I'm off of the coffee.
Yeah.
That's why you
That's
brought a
what I saw.
heaping coffee this morning and spilled it everywhere.
So he literally said
Rub
this
it in his
said
face.
this to me on like a Friday, right? And I was like, yeah, fuck yeah. Like I don't need these vices in my life. He said
Again, this is what you do. You cause problems for yourself, then you resolve them.
Correct.
So what problem happened because of this rash
it's
decision?
coming. It's coming. Let me explain.
Sorry.
So I was like, I don't, I want to be cool like Patrick when I grow up.
Sure.
Like I don't need coffee
Grow
in my
up.
life. So woke up that day, got out of bed, good energy level. You know what? No coffee. Not doing coffee this morning. No decaf, nothing.
Yeah.
Big glass of water.
Yeah.
On with my day.
Mhm.
Great. Feeling good. That was the same day I fucking blew my shoulder out at that thing.
Yeah.
Tore my AC or hyperextended my AC joint.
Yeah.
Shoulder pops out, all of that, and I get back to by the way, I did that to myself. I don't know if I explained this, doing a run it drill, which is that
Yeah.
big contact thing. Yeah.
I think we
So-
talked about it on a bonus, showed a little video.
We did, but let me point out, one, I think the sport's awesome, but a couple people have got very severely knocked out and brain
Paralyzed.
injured.
Yeah, of course.
All that from it.
It's the most...
Right. So I get back, calm yourself. So I get back from this event. I have had a few cocktails. My shoulder's all out of whack. And I'm at home and I'm like, oh, my fucking head. And I'm like, oh, man, I'm not good. Oh, my. And I start telling Jess, I'm like, I took a pretty hard hit. I might have a concussion.
Yeah.
And I've had 4 concussions in my life. I was like,
We know. We can
this,
tell.
thanks. I was like, this doesn't feel like a concussion. And she's like, do you have a fucking brain injury? And I was like, shit, maybe. Like, I might have brain hemorrhaging because I hit that guy so hard.
Could.
Guess
You
what I
could.
figured out?
Caffeine withdrawal?
Caffeine withdrawals.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
Interesting.
Yeah, I just had the most splitting headache from not drinking any coffee that day.
It's so interesting. I never got that.
No,
Yeah.
me neither. I'm 3 or 4 days off. Although I will say missing the ritual of it is the most addictive part because
The
there's
morning, get
there's
out of
nothing
bed.
to look forward to. Like, it's like the drug that I do in the morning, you
Sure.
know, and it's not there anymore. And
I mean,
nothing replaces
That's really
it.
the entire day is a series of like, what little treat can I give myself?
100%.
Little joys.
Whether it's
without
a drug,
question.
yeah,
Little
exactly.
choice.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
drug can I put in now?
Speaking-
Caffeine. Oh,
Speaking
now I can
of,
put some
because
nicotine in.
my coffee ended up on the floor, I'm going to make myself a little Magic Mind cocktail.
That's a great
What
idea.
you got going over there? What are you going to mix it with?
I just got the Magic Mind Max because
You
I've
got-
had no caffeine yet, and I
Oh,
don't want
wow.
to have another headache. So I don't want to have the process of shooting it like a shot because I enjoy my coffee, our ritual, as we just pointed out. So I'm going to
Okay.
do
like
what I
it.
like here. A little extra
You
caffeine, mix
can
it
put
with
some
water.
Light Strike in there too.
I'm not. I'm gonna
All
gonna
I'll drink
detox
mine.
before I retox.
All right.
Like that. I really
Let's
like
do it,
that.
Kyle. Let's get to one news item we got to hit before we do something real fun here.
What's in
What's in the news?
Sir, news from the underground.
Thank you, MK, for all those drops. We
So
love you.
years ago, Forrest and
Yours.
I had a incredibly fun time in Vietnam looking for the possibly extinct, possibly not, Asian unicorn.
Saola.
The Saola. Kyle, can you pull up
Saola.
a picture of a Saola? I believe there's one known
I
image.
believe that's an abalone.
There's
Okay.
3. Yeah, 3 or 4.
So why do they
Okay.
they call it the unicorn because it doesn't have one horn, but it's a large bovid type. It looks like a giant deer.
kind of deer.
Yeah.
With
And so-
two long
it's
horns.
got it got a face kind of a Gabby Wampus. What are those things called? Come on, those things that are on the island that are taken over again. They're the little cute animals.
Wombat?
Nutria?
No, come on. They're like
A quokka?
Gabby Wampus.
I think Gabby Wampus.
I think Gabby Wampus was a gymnast. in the
Literally
Olympics.
nobody knows what you're talking about.
It's gonna drive me insane. They have the cute face that looks like this.
It's called
Dick?
No.
No.
It's called a unicorn because a couple things. One, it was so rare that people didn't think it existed like a unicorn.
Yeah.
It's the largest, most recently described bovid in the world, bovid being cattle family. And the real reason, the primary reason it's called the Asian unicorn is its horns are so symmetrical that when looking at it from a side profile, it looks as though it has one horn. You can kind of see it there.
Oh,
But if it were a pure profile, the horns are so perfectly symmetrical that it looks like a unicorn. Yeah.
So
Beautiful. Very crazy creature. We can get into it, talk about Bill Robichaud's story, but no fear of human beings, super peaceful, really interesting animals.
Kyle,
Yeah.
figure this out for me. It's the animal that's mixing in with tourists now on the popular island. It's coming back. It'll drive me insane. I can't focus.
You gave no detail.
I just told you.
The popular island? What is
Hawaii?
the popular
No,
island?
it was a big news story. We talked about it on the pod. It's like a short capybara. Capybara.
There's no island.
Whatever. It's a touristy area.
So
Gabby Wampus is pretty close though.
is super close.
Capybara.
We went all around the Annamite Mountains looking for this. Didn't find one.
No,
Didn't find anything.
sadly.
So why is the Saola in the news?
Let's take a look here. I actually haven't seen this story, so this is exciting for me.
It's good that Pat asked you then,
Yeah.
since you haven't seen it.
So it says genetics may save the rare elusive Sala if it's not already extinct. So researchers created the first complete Saola genome using DNA from 26 hunting trophies found throughout the Annamite Mountains. So similar to what we've talked about before with Colossal and the Thylacine and the Mammoth, there is this new frontier of genetic engineering, of genome sequencing, where people are going out and it's kind of like, remember when the .com bubble or era, the Silicon Valley era came about? It's like, who can create an app the fastest? Who's going to make the best app? And that person will undeniably be a millionaire, a billionaire,
Right.
whatever. Like that was the same thing that happened in Silicon Valley, right?
Sure.
That's what's happening right now in genetics, genome sequencing, de-extinction technology.
Yeah.
Like Colossal's definitely the Microsoft or the Apple or whatever. They're the big dog. But then there are all these other various little groups, some out of China, some out of Russia, some others out of the United States, that are like race to get these things. So what are the rarest? What are the coolest? What are these things that we can get samples of? And what are the access we have? So whatever group this is, maybe it says in the article, they've managed to secure 26 samples. And so for clarity, for those that don't understand, if you just take one sample, like if I just take a Patrick DeLuca sample, it's going to be, and it's old and it's degraded, like you died 50 years ago.
Right.
There's going to be a lot of holes in it. But if there's a Pat sample and a Peter sample and a Forrest sample, well, now we can average those three things out, right? Well, we don't know how tall Pat was, but we know between the three of them, they averaged 5'11", or well, I'm making these things up, right?
Yeah.
We know between the three of them, they had blue eyes, like whatever. So it fills these holes in to then be able to complete a full sequence, a full genome. So that's
Gotcha.
why you need all these samples. You can't just take one, because one will be so massively degraded that you can't just build it back up. So there's these races going on. It's like twofold is what I'm saying. There's this race to get all this data and these samples, and this race to de-extinct things. And you have to have the technology, the access, and then enough samples to bring it all together. So it's pretty exciting.
Interesting that they were able to find 26, they call them hunting trophies. I'm assuming it was heads that hunters had. A
lot of skulls. Yeah.
Skulls and stuff that hadn't, whatever they didn't eat. I don't think we were looking all over to try and find a Saola skull.
None.
And some of those like little villages and stuff.
But remember, we found that guy with the Rapidus skull in Vietnam.
That's right.
And those hunters keep those kinds of trophies, when they catch something super rare. They don't have taxidermy and stuff like that easily accessible. So instead, they just boil and dry the skull, and then they keep the bones of the skull.
Mm-hmm.
And this was crazy, Peter. We got this Rapidus. Rapidus is a giant soft-shell turtle skull that was like this big. And this guy showed us the like homemade long line that he caught it on with all the hooks and barbs and stuff.
Crazy.
So I guess let's see. So they worked with the Sala Foundation, which there's now 2 of them. There's a Sala working group and the Sala Foundation. I think the Sala Foundation is Bill Robichaud's, who we worked with.
No, Saola working group.
We were Sala working group. Okay, yeah, I can't remember anymore. But yeah, so they worked with one of these 2 main groups and obviously went and found all the samples. Now, these guys have been working on this tirelessly since like 2013, trying to find skulls and samples and things. So they have all the records of where everything is.
Kyle, pull up pictures of the Annamite Mountains. So, like, I knew nothing of this mountain range. It's fucking crazy. It's huge and super wild and stretches all the way from Vietnam to Laos.
Wow.
And there's
It's
wild
huge.
tigers there.
Holy crap! Really?
Pull up that picture with the river. Yeah, man. And it's just full of caves. That like massive caves. Like the biggest cave in the world is there.
Oh, is that
That's
the one
known now? Yeah,
you guys went?
That's the one we went in. But
Hong Dong?
But you know,
Songdung.
we were talking to some of the local, you know, the guy who discovered Sondong Cave, and he's like, yeah, there's a bigger cave system that I've already found
Yeah.
that
Wow.
nobody knows
Crazy.
about yet.
Really?
And remember,
Yeah, this place is like truly wild and,
That's
and
crazy.
unexplored by outsiders.
remember we heard the whole story about how they found the entrance to Songdung, and then the guy's like, yeah, I'll take you back there. And then it took him like 12 years to find it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think I
Pretty
remember you
crazy.
mentioning that.
Yeah.
So if the Saola, say it again.
So close.
But dude, one other last thing
Sala.
about the Annamites too. Like you'd be hiking around
Mm-hmm.
in this, and it's, you know, you're fucking covered in leeches. You're like, there's just water. There's water buffalo, right?
Oh, yeah. Everywhere.
Just wild water buffalo everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
But then you just like see like a bomb the size of this
Oh my
table just
God.
sticking out of the ground.
Yeah.
that
It's
didn't detonate.
Wild.
Pretty nuts.
Just
Yeah,
like
that's
full of
crazy.
just bombs from the war.
There's also
war is so tragic and bad, man. Just
How weird
destroying
is that?
lands. It's wild, dude. It's crazy.
also our best bro picture of all time came from the Annamites.
That's right.
Yeah, I just sent it to Kyle. It's real nice.
Oh yeah, this was Pat's like Facebook or Instagram
It's a-
profile for like 10 years.
It's a good bro pic.
I believe I posted it on Instagram because I wanted it for my dating profile.
Ah, nice.
Smart.
It's a
You
good
know.
one. Yeah.
You
Yep.
know, I was like, yeah, my beard's looking pretty good. I was
Yeah,
working out real hard at
You're
the
in
time.
good shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Standing next to an absolute stud.
Yeah.
Couple of handsome
face
fellas.
is still a little bit chubby though.
It always shall be.
But you said to me the other day because I've gained all the weight I lost back now and I'm fat again.
I didn't know
It's
that.
Absolutely horrible.
You don't look much different.
The
just so
thing
you
is,
know.
this is what I was saying to Pat. What happens is as you get older, because Pat said your face still looks skinny, and I was like, yeah, it's because of age, not because of anything I've
Because
done.
you've lost collagen.
It just the
It's just
collagen
melting.
just goes away. So
Yeah.
so no matter what, when
Just
you're
piss it
younger,
out.
you can't not have a fat face unless you're like, doing roids or something.
Hey, I saw something. Kyle, Google this. I saw this morning. Ball talks. Look, summer's here. I'm at the pool every Friday with my son while he does swim lessons. Something I'm doing without question is wearing my chubbies.
Chubby.
They're line
Love
swimwear.
'em.
They're so comfortable. But the thing is, they stand out. They look great. I have this pair that's like blue with the flamingos, and then I got one that's crocodiles. Dude, they got animal prints.
Yeah.
I've not joking. I have had 4 or 5 different people come up to me at the pool, random dads with equal dad bods going, hey, where'd you get those shorts?
Listen, my legs are my best asset, and I pop on those 5.5 inches flamingo pink and orange shorts, and everybody's looking not at my ugly fat body, but at my deliciously tantalizing strong legs.
Dude, they're comfy, they're casual, and they're like with that liner because it's that soft
Yeah,
kind of liner.
stretchy.
They're
Yeah.
they're like built for life. Like I can walk around in them all day.
Oh, yeah.
My old school swim trunks before I had chubbies, I'd wear them for an hour and be like,
Chafe.
right, well, my nuts are chafing and I'm miserable.
Yeah.
And they're never drying between my legs. The chubbies are they're like classic line swim trunks that are
Look.
comfortable all day long.
Whether you're suiting up for cannonballs, cookouts, or casual Fridays like Forrest,
Yeah.
Chubby's has you covered. For a limited time, Chubby's is giving our listeners 20% off your order with our code WILDTIMES at chubbysshorts.com. That's code WILDTIMES at chubbysshorts.com. Please support our show and let them know we sent you. Summer's here. Dress like it in Chubby's.
Support the show. We love you guys.
Well, it's the summer of pee.
That's right.
I'm really
Papa
celebrating
P.
myself.
You sure are.
I've lost about 10, 12 pounds. And part of it has just been a simple lifestyle choice because it's the summer. I don't want to be hot in the kitchen. I don't want to be doing dishes at night.
Yep.
So my wife and I have been doing factor meals,
Uh-huh.
chef crafted, legitimately delicious. Look forward to it.
Yeah, they're really good.
Yeah, she's doing the Calorie Smart. I'm doing Protein Plus. So there's a bunch of different packages that you can pick. Tons of different meals. They're all really tasty, shipped directly to your door. I use this product legitimately, and you should too. It's a major lifestyle change for the summer.
I love how they're literally arrive ready to eat. You
Yes.
can just heat them up.
So
you're good to
convenient.
go. They're so nice. They're so convenient. I think it's the best option if you're trying to do things quickly. Get started at factormeals.com/wild50off and use code wild50off to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. That's code wild50off at factormeals.com/wild50off for 50% off plus free shipping. Factormeals.com/wild50off. Give it a try. You're going to love it this summer.
Absolutely.
Ball talk.
No.
So stand by. Don't actually Google it. Wait.
Oh,
Hold
no.
on. Don't. Kyle, don't.
He doesn't need to.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is. I was about to make a joke about Peter needing Botox, and then I thought of this thing that I saw as I was doom scrolling Instagram, which said something ball talks, and it caught my ear, and then I just didn't care enough to listen. I don't know the answer. I swear to God, I'm not lying. I don't know. Why do you think someone would get ball talks? And then we'll find out.
I think because their scrotum is too wrinkly.
All
Well,
of our scrotums are wrinkly.
I would say
There's. I don't want
self-conscious about
I don't want a shiny
so.
scrotum.
I think one of the most disgusting things that happens to a man as we get older is your balls start to hang really low, so
Oh,
the
that's
skin gets really
interesting.
loose, and then your nuts are like. I mean, imagine taking a peek from behind. Like
Yeah,
your
knee
wife doesn't
slapper.
deserve that.
So you think ball talks keeps the
Keeps
nuts
them
up?
up. Keeps
Interesting.
them up a little bit more.
So Patrick's
I'm
saying
going
it's
with
to take
just
the
pure
wrinkles
vanity.
out.
Smooth balls. Smooth
why would
balls.
This
someone-
shouldn't be happening.
Botox paralyzes muscles. I'm going to say it's to, it's like male birth control. That's my guess.
If it is to have a smooth nut sack, that's a real.
It's to
mental
improve its
illness.
appearance.
Yeah.
And there's
Patrick
a
was
picture
right.
of someone
Let me see the
getting
picture.
an
We might have
injection
to
into
blur
their
it.
scrot.
I want to see what happens. What Scrotox?
It's also called
That's another one.
Scrotox.
Oh.
Good one.
You know,
Why? Why?
Is that? Look at the asshole in that picture. You can kind of just see the
I don't
bottom.
think that's what that is. I think
I
that's
don't-
fingers.
I don't think that's a human.
What
No,
is
that's not a
that?
human. That's got to be a pig.
That's just a,
Wait, so it's literally just take the wrinkles out of your nuts? Why wouldn't you want wrinkles in your nuts?
It's very like a smoother, less wrinkles.
It's to make it,
scrotum.
it's the opposite, Peter. It's to make it larger and hang lower.
really to
Also, why would you want
lower.
that?
Also, some men get it for relief from excessive sweating.
Okay.
How does that work?
By the way,
So Botox,
sweaty
I
balls are
actually
pretty
know a woman who got Botox injected into her armpits to keep her armpits from sweating. so much.
yeah.
So Botox stops the sweat glands?
Yeah, I guess so.
supposedly Adam Carolla got it on his forehead back in the Loveline days and was
Oh, yeah.
complaining how it didn't work.
Huh.
Yeah. So
Should I sign us up or no?
We got to get our
Man, do you really
vasectomies
want
first.
your nuts hanging lower?
No.
Like
No.
You're going to get hit more often.
Yeah, I don't want them lower. They're low enough. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm out.
I
on this.
think
But
the people getting this really aren't like into nature or wildlife.
do you remember when the
out there.
plastic surgeon offered to do your leg
Mhm.
for free because he
Yeah.
thought Peter had been attacked by a shark?
Yeah, yeah,
But then we told him it was a motorcycle accident. He was really mad.
yeah. He didn't talk to me.
But he
rest
was
of
the
weekend.
number one eyelid plastic surgeon in the U.S. He has like
Eyelid? Oh, because they do the lift, right? Like lift your eyelid.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so people fly from all over the world to get surgery from this guy.
Mhm.
He's like my age.
Yeah.
He's
Makes
the
$1
eyelid
billion
guy, and he books 2 years in advance. And people fly in from Dubai and China to get this eyelid surgery from him because he's so good.
Mhm.
And we pitched him 10, 15 years ago to take what he knew and to turn it to become the scrotum guy.
No way.
Yeah, and he was like, I don't think there'll be a big market for
Nut
that.
lifts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, there's a
Well,
big-
he was wrong.
I feel like there's a big market for everything. Like you
Oh,
can
now there's
convince people
Scrotox.
to just do anything that doesn't even actually affect their appearance.
There's
You're like,
Scrotox and Balltox.
I think,
put
yeah,
some of the
I think I had
salmon
the name
semen
wrong.
into your eyeball. It'll help you see better, and
Well,
people
sure.
will do it.
My wife told me something interesting. Her friend just got back from, I want to say Korea. They're putting snail slime.
North or south?
Well, obviously north, yeah.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
They're putting snail slime on their faces over there.
This is what I'm talking about.
I just check this out. It might not be Korea, but just check.
to like tighten up the skin.
Yeah, apparently snail. Yeah, this is. It's
Oh, wow. So
literally
this is-
one of those products she gave my wife, and my wife was like, "Yeah, I'm not going to
So
use
this is a young woman laying on a treatment table as if she's about to get a massage with snails crawling all over her fucking face.
What does this
obviously
do?
AI.
Like, tell me, what is better for me, a green egg cooch or a snail slime facial?
What is a green egg? Oh, is that
Remember we talked about it?
Peltro thing.
That's
Yeah.
disgusting and heinous.
Here, can we do a quick game?
yes, please.
Absolutely.
All right, today
Did we even set up what's in the news before we did that news
We
story?
did one news story.
we did one news. We'll
We're
get
not
back to it.
It's okay.
But I think we need to do something really topical here. And I put this together with Kyle very late last night, almost 1 a.m., Kyle.
That's correct.
Were you sleeping here on the couch?
I was.
What a guy.
Yeah.
He lives
he was
here.
up. He had a little toothache. He told me.
So
Aw.
we're a couple days past
guy.
July 4th.
Yeah.
I'm sure everyone had a lovely time. Could have used those sausages,
Yeah, I bet you could have.
but
Yeah.
I'm actually happy that I'll get to eat them all. But it's still, we're just summer starting. So
I like this.
Put together a bracket
Pod.
of top summer cookout things you need at your cookout.
I love this.
Do we
Yeah.
have a jingle for this?
I'm a huge, barbecue summer guy.
You do love to barbecue.
that.
I
in the summer.
love a summer
Shirts
barbecue.
off, I presume.
Not
What
me.
is a shirt?
Not now.
I'm wearing a polo sweater
Two and
right
a-
now.
2.5 inch army panties or whatever
Dude,
they're
yeah,
called.
military panties.
Yeah.
We were texting about those.
I've got breasts again.
So these are just these are items that you need to have a successful cookout.
Okay.
All
Yep,
right.
let's do it. Don't start with beer versus
Kyle
burger.
fucked it up.
That's the finals right there.
Kyle screwed
Well,
the
I
pooch.
have them in an order, but I think when Kyle uploaded the photos, oh no, these are the same order, right?
Yes.
Okay.
All
Let's
right,
do it.
Here we go.
All right, let's start.
4th of July barbecue bracket
Or
pod.
summer, anything
Summer.
you want. Let's start with
Thanks for the correction.
hot dogs versus ice cold Smirnoff Ice.
Obviously, hot dogs. I mean, are you?
Yeah,
Kidding
Smirnoff
me?
Ice fucking disgusting. Are
Well,
you
it's not
kidding me?
disgusting, but I mean,
No,
it's
it
like
is
the bottom of the list
it's
of what I would be
literally
drinking.
a punishment drink.
It is
You
not.
ice
Yes,
someone
it is.
By the
because
way,
it's so
Pat,
disgusting.
are you still under a clause that you can't talk shit about Smirnoff Ice?
No, that expired
hold on.
17 years ago.
You got to pull up a Smirnoff Ice one now. Right now, video of Pat Smirnoff
Oh,
Ice.
every time. We haven't
It's,
seen it in a while.
They're so good,
Do
bro.
the
I think this is
octopus
some
one.
of your best work. Old
Kyle doesn't
Smirnoff
wanna
Ice.
get a- Smirnoff Ice, huh?
Do you remember any of your lines? Could you do it? Just
Gotta
real quick?
think of everything, dudesicle.
Dude-sicle?
How do I find this?
Nah,
It's
look
not-
for it.
it's
Look
not
for it in the
worth it.
background. It
It's
is
not
worth
worth
it.
it.
It is funny.
Anyone else? See if you could find Patrick in these
So
old Smirnoff Ice commercials he did.
He was
did
the.
12
Do you
of
know
them.
this? This might be before you were even part
No,
of
I
the
don't
Wild
know.
Times. He was the spokesman for Smirnoff Ice.
Smirnoff Ice guy.
Literally, Patrick, like remember the most interesting man in the world from
Yeah,
Dos Equis?
I remember that, yeah.
That was Patrick for Smirnoff Ice.
How'd you land that gig, by the way? Just real quick.
I auditioned for
That
it.
and they were like, he's the guy,
See if you can find it.
Yeah,
It's,
I went to an audition.
Gotta think of everything, Smirnoff Ice.
bro. We gotta see this. We can't.
It
Move on
is
without
like
seeing
it's
it.
been
This
that
is
long
very
since we've talked
topical.
about it.
Especially since it lost the bracket immediately.
Kyle, you've got it. Let's play it.
Yep. Okay.
Are we gonna get a copyright strike? So do we-
Smirnoff Ice, huh?
Make it big. Make it big. I want to
Freak
see.
of everything, bro.
There he is. Look at
What's
Pat.
up with the dentist stuff?
You stepped on my line.
It's a great party.
You think of everything. You serve Smirnoff Ice.
That's right. That's right.
What the hell was that?
Smirnoff Ice, huh?
Gotta think of everything, amigo.
So what's up with the catapult?
There we go. Big dog.
I remember this commercial.
It's
You
good,
serve
man.
Smirnoff
Yeah.
Ice.
They are good. They hold up.
All right,
There's
here's
so
number
many
three.
of them. I like the octopus one.
Gotta think of
That's the
everything.
best one.
So what's up with the trident?
Watch the bar.
What's the bar?
You think of everything. You serve
So this
Smirnoff.
next one was the anti-drinking and driving one. This ran for 3 years.
Smirnoff Ice, huh?
Gotta think of everything, dude. School.
So what's up with the gizmo?
Yep. Look, this guy's. He's gonna drink and drive.
What
I've
a
got
jerk.
I got a monster truck.
Oh, that's right. You run it over.
That's great.
I
It's a
fucked up
clever
the
commercial.
first take. They only had 3 cars,
Oh, no.
my God.
but it was too late to call the truck back.
Oh, no.
So the director was like,
You think of everything.
"You gonna do it in the
You
right
let
order this
friends
time?" I was
drive
like,
when they
"Yeah."
shouldn't.
He's like, "Are you sure? We're down to 2 cars now." I was like,
Why
"Yeah."
would they couldn't they just redo your part?
Just the way they were calling action and stuff? No, because
Yeah.
they wanted it connecting in the shot.
Oh,
Kyle,
really?
pop on Mike for
That's
a second here.
incredible.
How shocked are you to find out that Patrick DeLuca was the Smirnoff Ice
Actually,
guy?
very, because I remember a handful of those commercials from
That's
Years
it.
ago.
huge.
I didn't
They
know.
were
the
huge.
spiked hair, the 90s spiked hair. Yeah.
Horrible dialogue.
They went based on. It must have been like 75% the look, right? Because I mean, your
No, the
lines are minimal.
director thought I was funny. It was directed by a guy named Craig Gillespie who did he did like I, Tonya.
Oh,
He's like
wow.
a big movie director.
That's a
Yeah,
big
yeah.
director. Yeah.
And they're I'm sure paying him a lot of money. And he thought I was funny because I ad-libbed in the audition.
yeah.
Nice.
And so he was like, we're gonna record those lines, and then like after the second commercial, he was like, yeah, they're not gonna use any of the ad-libs. So we're just gonna
Oh,
stop
bummer.
It's all right. Though.
Got to
You-
think of everything, bro.
What'd you get paid for something like that 20 years ago?
Well, I was in a shitload of debt because I had racked up probably 4 or 5 different credit cards.
like everybody from college. Yeah.
Yeah, no, well, and I also owed Cornell $88,000.
Yeah.
And I just, every check I got, I just paid my debt off. So it ended up paying for my college.
Excellent.
In
That's great.
You know, it was 4 days of work plus an
Dude.
audition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Why would you do a backwards high five? You don't want to touch my hand? Thank you.
All right.
So is hot dog a contender to win this whole thing?
No. Neither is
I-
Spear
I'll
Hot
say-
Dog.
think
I'll
it
say
is.
this: it's an all beef hot dog. If that changes,
That
your
does
mind.
change it.
It is better.
Is it kosher?
It's better.
All beef hot dog.
All beef
kosher?
hot dog's better.
Kosher
Yeah.
hot dog?
Maybe, because it is a
Blessed
it
by
is-
the rabbi?
One
Could
of
be.
those two things is quintessential summertime barbecue. The other is a Smirnoff Ice.
That's right.
Okay. All right. So hot dogs advance.
Hot dog must advance.
All right. What's next?
Is that a bratwurst?
A hot Italian sausage
Okay.
versus French onion dip.
Oh, that is French. I thought that was tater salad. You're right. That's French onion dip.
Huh.
I'll go first here.
Okay.
Hot take. While I love a brat or a hot sausage like that, especially with some ground mustard, that's a winter food. Okay.
It is.
That is
It's
you-
very nice at Christmas time.
100% can grill it on the barbecue in the summer. Everyone will enjoy it.
Yes.
But that's a hearty meal that you want when it's cold out. Onion dip, you can eat at most 3 times a year. One of those is 4th of July.
Yeah. 4th of July, the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
and
of
then
course.
one more throughout the year.
Cinco de
Exactly.
Mayo, maybe.
At
That would
most.
be
Otherwise,
salsa.
otherwise you're disgusting. So I think it's an easy give for summer. I'm going to go French onion dip.
Wow. This is hard for me, actually. It's really difficult for me to pick the French onion dip. I mean, it's just like, it's ludicrous.
Yeah, then don't pick it.
I can't. I mean, like, look at how delicious those hot sausages look.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, I got to go hot sausage here.
So if you went to someone's barbecue and they had cooked hot sausages, sliced them up, and put little toothpicks in there, how you feeling about
God, I'm
that?
hungry.
Delicious. It's
Kyle,
a great
order lunch, please.
appetizer.
Yeah.
Kyle, order lunch, please.
This is a very hard one because French onion dip is one of my guilt. Like, I'll eat it with a spoon. I don't even need a
that's some
chip.
good looking French onion dip, by the way. It's got a little chives
Let's
on
get
top.
that for lunch.
That's homemade.
Today could be one of those 3
Can
days.
we get that?
Yeah, we should.
Just a jar from
I'm gonna
Ralph's.
go. I'm gonna break the tie. I'm going French onion.
Wow. Okay. French onion advances. I don't
'Cause
agree, but
I'm
it's
human
okay.
and I have it in my mind that I've already got hot
no,
dogs.
this is a personal thing. I mean,
Yeah.
this is not. There's no right answers here. All right. What do we have?
What are we seeing here, Peter?
So we have a pool with people in it with the pool noodles floating on them, enjoying their time in the pool, sunglasses on. So it's the pool, right?
No.
The pool noodles?
No, it's the
Pool
floaties,
noodles.
bro.
Oh,
it's
boy.
the floaties. Come on.
Okay, versus that looks like some type of maybe a ribeye or a skirt steak.
Skirt steak.
Delicious steak.
Grilled skirt steak versus pool noodles.
This is so hard. They're
It's
such,
really hard.
They're apples and oranges,
love this
quite
one.
literally.
yeah.
Dude, I mean, dude.
Yeah, it's like comparing an airplane to a steak.
Imagine a
Yeah.
pool.
Which one do you like?
Let me pose this image. So imagine you have the pool, right? So you're happy, but no pool noodles, right? So like now put that versus the skirt steak. You got to put it into perspective.
I'll jump in.
Or you could have no pool, but you have pool noodles to hit each other with.
Oh, that's
still
actually fun, too.
Still fun.
I'm
On a
going to jump in
trampoline,
here.
maybe?
One of those two things makes it a great day, and it's not steak.
Okay.
Pool noodle for you?
Pool noodle.
Peter?
Pool noodle means you're having a great day.
I gotta
if
go
I
pool
see
noodle.
a pool noodle,
Yeah.
I'm drinking more alcohol.
Yeah.
100%.
If I see a steak, I'm just like, yeah, great, we're having steak
There's
today.
other meat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I don't want to go
Sweet.
and say like you'll have other food because that might taint the rest of the bracket, but because I don't believe that. But dude, the picture we have here of the pool with the pool noodles
They're
and
having
the fun,
so much fun.
It's just
Bro,
it makes
pool
me
noodle
want
is
to
a
go now.
contender to go all the way.
It is.
Nothing
It
is
is.
more summery than a pool noodle.
It's very
You're
true. Very true.
So right. All right, what's next, Kyle?
Pool noodle advances.
Clean sweep for pool noodle.
Yeah.
Oh, delicious.
Beer brat? What do we got there?
This
go
is
ahead.
a Kilbasa sausage.
Kilbasa.
versus macaroni salad.
I think he said Kilbasa.
He did. He doesn't know how to say words.
Me neither.
Coming from me.
Saola.
So, yeah.
Polish sausage, kielbasa, with grill marks on it,
Yeah.
or mayonnaise, oniony, green bell
I'll
pepper.
go first right here.
Mac salad.
The mac salad. I mean, I think I see. Yeah, those are onions, but maybe there's some bacon bits in there too. Dude, mac salad is like when I was living by myself, I would eat a can of beans out of the can and like a
To lose
full. Yeah, no, because then I would eat a full fucking pound tub
Yeah.
of just that, and then potato salad or whatever other treat from the deli. I'm going mac salad, and it might win.
Yeah, I mean, look, Mac salad, when it's ice cold, straight out of the fridge.
Oh, dude, I'm so hungry.
You've
right
got to
now.
get it early
Yeah.
when it comes out.
Oh.
Keep your eye on the table.
That mayonnaise gets warm. It's over.
Once the mayonnaise
does.
is in the sun for 10, 15, it's shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I'm still going Mac salad because it is delicious.
Oh god,
Yeah.
it's
Clean sweep.
It's so good.
I'm gonna
I want it right
I'm gonna
now.
go out on a limb here, and this is a
love
bold
mayonnaise.
strategy. I don't care what the other food is. It's hot dog or hamburger.
Sure.
Like that's
I
what's
feel ya.
making it a summer grill out.
It's true. It's almost like the return on it. Once you get there's a ceiling effect.
of
Once
the
you get-
return on foods.
Yeah, like once you get
Yeah.
past hot dog or hamburger, it's like, yeah, sure, it's better to have the skirt steak. It's better to have the other things, but it's not.
That's
that
not what makes
much
it a
better.
summer barbecue.
Yeah.
Mac salad makes it a summer
Oh
barbecue.
my God, I'm
See,
so, I
to
want
me,
it now.
the fancy stuff like skirt steak or whatever people are making on the grill is the equivalent of filling up on bread rolls at a buffet.
Right. Right.
I don't want to take up any of the space I have for
Right.
hot dogs and hamburgers.
Right.
I'm with you.
and mac
With
salad.
steak.
God,
Yeah.
I really want to get out of the
Mac salad.
studio and go have a
I'm
grill up
so
right now.
hungry.
That's
We
all
could
I
bail
want
on
to do.
this.
It's
I
we gotta
wish
get
I was going to
barbecue
Pat's
for
on
lunch.
Friday.
Gotta
My
get
house
barbecue.
is 19 minutes away.
I know.
All right. So, Kyle, what do we have here?
We have a squirt gun filled with alcohol versus salt and vinegar chips.
Now, just to be clear, you created this bracket. We didn't find this one, right?
I created this, but I did not say squirt gun filled with alcohol.
It says
What was
alcohol.
it
Okay,
was
go ahead.
it was super soaker filled with urine.
Oh,
Wait.
So close.
Wait, what?
No, it's
But-
good. It's
but
good.
he
It's
put
good.
alcohol shotgun on there.
It was late.
It was late.
it's late night.
We can make it an alcohol squirt gun.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Squirt gun full of alcohol or salt and vinegar chips.
Wait, but your original was a super soaker filled with pee.
Yeah.
You thought that was going to get even a vote?
But it's like a funny thing to have because it's like always a threat that like someone's going to get drunk and start squirting people
It's a
with pee.
sociopathic thing to have. Yes, that's ludicrous. I'm glad it's not on here.
There will be one when you come over next week.
Oh, I'm leaving immediately. My kid gets shot in the eye with urine. All right, so we got alcohol shotgun for extreme partying versus sea salt and vinegar kettle brand potato chips.
I like both these things.
Yeah.
No
and,
shit.
And yeah, no shit. An alcohol shotgun is a spring break tool.
Fair enough.
Less of a summer, but yeah, could be a rowdy summer.
Dude, pool party? You kidding me?
No, if I'm putting to get, yeah, but I've already voted for the. You know what? Alcohol shotgun. I'm the fun guy. I'm not gonna pick fucking chips. Come on, I pick fucking chips over an
We
alcohol
don't
shotgun.
have a chip, and that
I
chip
don't-
would go really
I know.
well with the French
You
onion
could
dip.
literally
It's true.
dip it in the French onion. You could scoop the mac salad with
Oh,
it.
yes.
I'm gonna be an old party pooper here. Alcohol shotgun is not for me at 42. I'm going the sea salt and vinegar potato chips.
Yeah, I mean the key with the salt and vinegar is like you're having a lot of fun, right? You're talking, you got a bunch of combos going on. You're in and out of the pool with noodle.
Yes, of course.
And the great thing with chips
With noodle.
is like when you don't have time to make yourself a whole plate, you can just drive by it.
Yeah.
Just get a few calories in you.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm going to go with the salt and vinegar chips.
Okay, moving
Little
on.
It's the
a little
responsible
tang.
choice. I was
Yeah.
just trying to be the fun guy. of the
That's
group.
another one you
Well, you
got to
are.
hit early though, because it's either going to be gone or there's going to be like
So much pool water in there.
That's even
Yes.
worse. I was just going to say broken chips on it.
All right, salt and vinegar advances.
I love this bracket, by the way.
This is
Oh, good.
fantastic.
Ooh, hot take here.
Cooler,
Is that a fruit salad?
The fruit salad.
cooler full of beer versus a fruit salad.
Beer.
Beer. No one. There's
Fruit
no way we
salad
can even
should
talk.
be-
By the way, fruit salad.
I don't want to do any more of the bracket. Like you put fruit salad on there.
But fruit salad is similar to the mac and cheese, where like it's great for about a minute and a half, but the second it
Don't
sits
you
outside,
dare compare fruit salad to mac and cheese.
wow,
Macaroni salad.
I mean, obviously, you need a cooler full of mixed beer, and it has to be American beer, to be clear.
And it must be mixed.
Yes,
You need like
100%.
3 to 4 kinds with like 2 random straggler.
seltzers.
Yeah, like a weird IPA that someone's had in their fridge for 9 years.
Absolutely, without question.
Yeah, cooler full of
Get
beer
out of
is
here,
sweet
fruit
classic.
salad, you ridiculous fucking
Oh,
idiot.
here
what,
we go.
What do we have here?
Oh, this is
Oh,
a good
I
one.
love this one. So
Are
now we
those
got
steak fritas?
Nah, that's wings. We got wings, which is real nice finger food, versus a backyard boxing match.
That is correct.
Yeah. I'm going to jump in early.
But Kyle,
because,
how was it phrased in my bracket?
Argument / fist fight.
oh,
Yeah.
it's easy,
Backyard boxing.
easy win for me, backyard boxing.
Yeah.
I love a rowdy summer, like let's go run it, kind of let's go throw a couple.
That's why it had to
paws.
be on there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it doesn't happen
undecided.
that much anymore.
Not a lot.
No, but it
July
used to
4th
be.
is a good time.
Well, guys,
for it.
you say that a lot. Like, we have a younger audience. These things still happen, just not to us because we're older with children.
I tried to do this 3 weeks ago.
With your wife?
Yeah, no, with that fucking my shoulder.
Well-
I'm voting for backyard boxing. Here's the thing. I love watching it even more than I love partaking in it.
Yes, well,
if
that's
two
the
of my
best part.
friends are upset
Absolutely.
and gonna fight, I'm gonna stand there with that cooler full of mixed beer and egg it on to the point
As
of
long as they don't knock
explosion.
over the fucking macaroni salad.
Yeah.
Are you gonna go wings?
I am undecided.
I'll just go ahead and step in then. I'm gonna go with backyard boxing, and it's not because I need it for fun, but I do think like I'm presuming there's a Bluetooth speaker.
Of course.
Sultans of Swing comes on, 2 people are squaring off.
You know, to be honest,
That's-
for me,
Yeah.
I'm on the kind of the opposite end because I don't like either of these things anymore.
Can
Yes,
I say one
that's
thing
a big
before you
part of
lean in?
this.
Yeah.
I just want to paint a little hypothetical. I want Kyle to weigh in too. For the two, Kyle could even come in and maybe make this a tie if I lose my argument here. Right? You're over at your buddy's house, Justin Christensen.
Okay.
Okay, we're at Justin's house.
First and last name drop.
Everybody's having a barbecue.
Famous.
You're having a great time.
Yeah.
2 things happen. There's 2 roads you can go down. One is the wings come out. The other is a backyard punch up.
Yeah.
Which are you talking about the next day?
The backyard punch
Right.
up.
Which is the one that stays with you 5 years from now when you're back at Justin's? You go, hey, remember when fucking Neil and so-and-so had a punch? I'm using them
Well,
friends
I
we
mean,
have.
your fingers are
Backyard
still going to
punch-up.
smell like the wings 5 years later. Which is a big
Your asshole
problem.
too. Yeah, I mean, I guess for me, it's just what do I like least more? What do I like more least?
Wow.
I don't know.
I think both of those are flawed.
Yeah, I don't know. I was trying not to use a double.
The problem is, man, we've got pool noodles. That means there's a pool, most likely.
you can get your aggression
I
out with those
don't-
noodles.
Yes, you can. And I don't want people with wing fingers getting in the pool.
Cleaning them in the pool.
You'll have a slick like a Las Vegas fucking cum pool.
You got to have a wing cleaning station.
Nah,
That's what you
not a
need.
thing.
That's expensive. I'm going punch up.
All right.
Peter?
Well, I mean, you guys both went punch up. I'll go punch up because it'd be fun to watch you two fight.
Yeah. That's fair.
Wouldn't be great.
No, for either of us. All right. A
What do
nice
you got?
That's a good
charcuterie
one.
platter, cheese and fruit board.
Yeah.
Olives,
Or
too?
olives, which are lovely, salty, nice
Oh.
aperitif. And
Couple
then,
of shitty
is that a
pieces of berries
rosé?
on
Yeah.
Yeah.
I presume it's ice cold.
Yeah, of course.
Must it be rosé or could it be a white wine or any other type of wine?
It's gonna be for this. It's got to be rosé.
Gotta be a rosé?
Yeah,
And
we
here's
can't
what
go
I'll say
all
about
wine.
that rosé pick that's up currently. The pool's in the background of it, which
It
makes
makes
it
it very
much
appealing.
more. If that was just rosé on a table, I'd be like, nah, it's not
Yeah.
even close.
That said, this is clear. There's enough booze for me. I'm not that into rosé. That fucking charcuterie board minus the berries looks delicious.
I'm going hands down. It's easy rosé. You can drink a lot of it. You can drink it all day. You can start drinking it at about 11. Wow. Ice cold rosé, dude. Can't beat
But
it.
so you're gonna forego having any raw cheeses? Only the cheese on the burger?
My issue is that I don't think I'm going to get to the cheese fast enough, and it's going to be sweating by the time I want to partake in the blue.
We need a lot of refrigeration for this shit outside.
I'm going rosé only because it's next to the pool, and that's how you start. The beer comes later, but you start with the rosé. I don't need the cheese. I'm just happy with a burger and some mac salad that we've
It's a
already
little,
established.
how do I say this? Effeminate.
That's
of
fine.
of a choice.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I'm just saying.
I'm wearing a sweater polo.
All right, rosé advances.
Okay, so we're
gonna
in the
finish up this side.
semifinals.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we got to
for
finish
this
up
side?
the left side of the bracket.
Yep.
Okay, I
We'll
like
go
this.
more rapid fire here.
Okay,
Hot dogs.
All beef.
All beef hot dogs versus French onion dip.
hot dog for me, no question.
French onion dip for me.
Hot dog is to me, I'm not even going to a barbecue if there's no hot dog. So if
Exactly.
it doesn't win, I'm not attending.
There
Fair
you go.
enough.
You gotta have it. So at our barbecue, we're only gonna have 2 items at the end of the day.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Pool noodle versus mac salad.
Mac
this
salad.
is tough.
No
Sorry,
way.
mac salad.
Dude, you got to be crazy.
Bro, that mac salad, it's just because I'm hungry, but if
Yeah,
I
I
wasn't,
am
I'd probably choose pool noodle.
Starving right
There are better foods coming. I'm going pool noodle.
now. Yes.
Not
Peter,
that many.
mac
I got rid of all
salad
the other foods.
could win
Mhm.
if it had a different draw, but I do have to go pool noodle.
You son of a bitch.
I mean, it's the
I'm
right
sorry.
choice.
Dude,
I
what's
said there are no right choices.
You did.
All right. Oh, now we're stuck with kettle chips and hot dogs with no mac
Everything that
salad.
we've gone through is good at this barbecue.
I know.
I don't want to
It's
eliminate
tough.
any. Yeah.
salt and vinegar chips, cooler of mixed American beer.
I got to go with the beer.
Beer.
Sorry, chips.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the easy. Oh, wow. These are very opposite sides of the spectrum
Exactly.
here.
It's like a male aggression versus dainty
Yeah.
feminine.
Yeah,
True.
shirtless punch up versus rosé in a long stem glass.
I'm going to take the rosé because I'm a puss.
Yeah, I know you're going with the
I was
fight.
going
but
punch up for
yeah,
sure.
No, it's
I just
Rosé's
cannot let
advancing.
punch up win this.
I'm glad it made it to the next round.
Yep.
Yeah.
It made it as far as it could
All right,
go.
we're down one more to the semifinal. What's it called? I don't know.
All right, so we got hot dogs versus pool noodles.
Didn't we
Hot
just do
dogs
that?
for me.
I thought we just did that.
No,
So
pool
pool
noodles.
noodles for me. So Peter's the tiebreaker. A pool party's a pool party.
Yeah,
Oh.
you need several
Dude,
noodles.
you cannot. I mean, you must have the hot dog. I have to choose hot dog.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank God.
I knew you were
I
going
was
to do
getting
that.
I know
nervous.
it's just
Goodbye
like
noodle.
It's just an easy pick.
I
but-
feel bad for pool noodle.
Oh.
Tough draw.
Tough draw. This is a no-brainer to me. I'll jump in. It's beer versus rosé.
Uh-huh.
One of these two things makes a barbecue. The other's a nice add-on. It's beer for me.
I had a barbecue. I had some friends in town from college.
Wasn't invited. Thanks.
You didn't go to college. 2 weekends ago.
Okay.
Yep.
So I had about 8 to 10 adults, probably 6 to 8 kids.
Great.
I drank nothing but rosé. I didn't even lift a beer to my lips.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go rosé.
Wow.
Ice cold, baby? Are you kidding me?
Bro, what have you turned into?
Versus piss warm beer?
obviously.
Don't forget, it's the summer of pee. If he
Beer,
wants his rosé,
obviously.
he's getting his rosé.
He's watching his weight.
Yep.
Although I do appreciate the higher alcohol content.
So
We'll
you
give
could
that.
argue the finals of the eastern side of the bracket are the only two things you need for a good
Correct.
barbecue.
This is
100%.
horrible.
Hot
yes.
dog versus beer, and I'm disgusted that one is going to lose.
This is
Well, can I just weigh in before we vote on one thing?
Yeah.
Burger is going to come on the other side of the bracket.
Well, maybe.
Okay.
It
I
better.
mean, it is. It's got to. Otherwise, I'll leave this entire podcast. So I can have friends over. If I'm having friends over
Uh-huh.
and I'm offering hot dogs or beer, we're all going to have a better time with the beer than the hot dogs.
That is most certainly true.
Yeah.
Beer.
Like if you had a bunch of buddies over and they were like, "Hey, you got anything to drink?" You're like, "No, but I have a ton of hot dogs."
They'd be like, I'm going home.
They would leave. Some people would leave
For sure.
would,
or
Yeah.
only stay for like 45.
Right. But if you're like, no, but I have a cooler full of beer, I'd be like, yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, I don't have any food, but I got beer. We could like DoorDash something.
Yeah, that's it.
Fuck, that's good logic. But look, to me, hot dog is the most mandatory item at a barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I'm not even going to really probably choose any other meats.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably just going to save room for 3 to 5 hot dogs. So I'm going to go hot dog.
I mean, it's the hardest decision I've ever made in my life, but I have to. And if Forrest wouldn't have called this out about the burger thing, this would have been a lot harder. But I'm sorry, hot dog. There must be beer.
It's fair. God, that sucks.
Yeah, it's tough. It's
No,
a bad
it's good.
barbecue
It's
now.
good. It's not. All right, we're back on the other side, right?
Yep.
Other side of the
All right,
bracket.
so beer
Oh.
advances to the finals, and it will face the winner of the Western Conference.
Mhm.
Yep,
I love
that's
this matchup.
We're going
right
to start
here.
with Cool Ranch Doritos and
Ranch.
bowl of baked beans.
This is a hot take, but a bowl of baked beans is the most awful barbecue food. You don't need it. It's sloppy. It goes on the paper plate. It's melting your plate immediately.
But it can be
Seeps
so
through.
good when it's got the brown sugar
It doesn't
and then the bits
matter,
of
dude.
pork
There's
in
like
there.
through, though.
Matt.
Are
the
you
meat.
telling me if you're at a barbecue,
What about a
my
paper
house,
bowl?
anybody else's, are you really going to help yourself to a bowl of sloppy beans in front of everybody else enjoying the pool?
Oh no, I just pull this right up to it and eat it with the big spoon.
I would never. I'd be too
I'd eat all the
embarrassed
meat
to even
pieces.
eat it in public.
This is a man who's been on a bean diet twice.
That's true. I'm
3 times,
pitching to the
actually.
wrong person. I go Doritos. Doritos are a nice.
Oh,
it even
so
says
good.
party on the bag.
Yeah.
Come
Party
on.
size.
Tells you what you're doing.
Yeah.
Party
Reminds
size. All right. Well, I mean, Pat.
It's Cool Ranch Doritos.
Yeah, I mean they're delicious. I sorry beans.
Goodbye, beans.
I threw beans in mostly for jokes because it's such trash.
This is terrible, terrible barbecue food.
Oh
Here we
my
go.
God, it looks good. Oh, but on the right.
Pat, set this one up.
I
What do
don't-
you got on the right there?
What is this, Kyle?
This is a cheeseburger versus 1/4-inch dynamite sticks.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Oh, I thought
Fireworks.
those were beers or like
I
cocktails.
thought they were
I thought that was a
cocktails
straw.
also.
Yeah.
This
wow.
is impossible.
Cheeseburger versus fireworks / dynamite.
All right, I'll go.
Slash
Just
dynamite.
because, I mean, listen, like with the burger, there's no chance of an explosion except out of your ass. So yes, the quarter sticks of dynamite would be fun, but in my old age again, that cheeseburger, by the way, it looks fucking dope. I'm going
Yeah.
cheeseburger.
That cheeseburger looks amazing.
I'm so hungry. Order lunch, please.
What is that? Is that Shake Shack?
Dude, I don't know.
God
It
damn,
looks
that
like maybe a
looks good.
smash burger.
A lot of good pickles on there.
Oh, stop. I'm starving. This is horrible.
Forrest, do you want to jump in?
I love me a good quarter stick of dynamite.
Sure.
I used to blow up friends' toilets with them. I've done all kinds of. Yeah, true story. Did it once. Not used to.
Man.
Yeah, literally destroyed my friends.
Glad I was not
Guest
friends with
bathroom.
you earlier. You probably still do it, though, wouldn't you?
But I would. I'd love to do it again. As an adult. Remind me to tell that story at some point. As an adult, it's got to be the burger at the barbecue.
Yeah.
I think
cheeseburger.
now is a good time to tell that story. Go
I mean,
ahead.
it's not that great of a story. We were at my friend's house. This is when I was a kid in Zimbabwe, and you could buy, any firework there. There's nothing
Literal
illegal.
sticks of dynamite.
Yeah.
Literal.
Whole sticks.
And, we were like 12 or 13, and we were blowing up all kinds of shit, putting buckets over it and blowing it up, shooting Roman candles at each other. And then I just, like you do as a 13-year-old who has nothing but testosterone on the brain, I literally just lit one and flushed it. And
Boy, thought it might go out.
yeah, I was like, he's like, I was like, it'll go out, it'll be fine. And he's like, no, it won't. And then I lit it, put it in the toilet, and flushed it, and it was like, shoo, and it disappeared. And I was like, see, and then just 1 second later, it was like, goof, and you just like heard it, and then nothing happened for a half second, and then the cracks just went up the side of the
Oh,
toilet.
no way.
And then all the water just started dumping out.
Oh my shit. Dude, if
the
I was his
plumbing
parents, I would have killed your dad.
What was the repercussions of this?
Oh, we
Like,
both got beat to shit
oh,
by
I
his
was going to
parents.
say,
Yeah.
man, like that is
As
just
you deserve.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm not even advocating to not hit kids now.
it was terrible.
Like,
It was a terrible
holy
thing to
It's like
do.
you think about your kid maybe like breaking your TV by throwing the remote at it by accident or something. This is like $5,000 in repairs.
Oh,
like
yeah.
in,
Yeah,
Maybe like up to $1 million.
in the fucking pipe.
Like it's
It
crazy.
was such a shitty thing to
All right,
do.
And that is why
Cheeseburger.
cheeseburger wins.
Yes.
Otherwise, I'll flush it.
What is this, Kyle?
This is Hamburger versus Moonshine.
Okay, so I wanted a distinction here.
Yeah.
Horrible visuals here.
No, it's what? It's great. Kyle
looks
made
like an
this
empty
at 1
jar.
o'clock in the morning.
No, I'm not dragging on him. I'm just.
I wanted to
that
include
hamburger looks awful.
hamburger
Okay. Say why, because I'm going to fight you on this.
Yeah, this is
Because-
ridiculous.
because I just wanted to see. It was a bait. I wanted
Okay.
to see if either of you would take the bait.
Okay, well, I will rage. If this is rage bait, it's working. Because
Okay,
anyone that picks a hamburger over a cheeseburger will promptly be asked to leave my
I
barbecue.
will not eat it.
Like, I'll just be like,
I'll
get
throw
out.
it in the pool.
Oh, sorry, I don't want cheese on my burger. It's get out.
They all have cheese
Leave.
on them,
I'm
sir.
melting the cheese on the burger on the grill.
I think, with the exception of maybe if someone's kosher,
Sure.
I agree with you wholeheartedly, and I would rather not have the calories and just figure out other food than have a hamburger without cheese.
It's insane.
It's not good.
Ludicrous that
It's
it
crazy.
exists.
If you're one of my
That
two
it
friends that
exists.
watches this podcast and you prefer to have your burger without cheese, immediately remove me from your friend list.
Get out of his
Delete from
contacts.
phone.
Delete. Block.
So we're all going moonshine.
Yeah, moonshine.
For
Little
sure.
Smokies.
I could just do moonshine, kind of like just doing the beer, and I'm
Yeah.
having a good day.
Absolutely.
All right, potato salad versus mustard.
It's easy for me. Get out of here, yellow mustard. I'm going fucking potato salad.
Well, let me jump in.
All right.
There's three things that I want for a good barbecue:
Mm.
a type of alcohol, hot dog, mustard.
Mm.
I would pick mustard over cheeseburger.
That's weird.
That's how important it is to
crazy.
me. But now, should I take into account the fact that I don't have a hot dog?
That's the thing. The dog's gone.
Yeah, you got a burger, but I mean, ketchup's good on a burger.
Kyle, what do you think?
No, everything's independent of each other.
Wow, he was
Mustard.
right on top of that.
Then mustard.
Get out of here.
I have a hot take on this too, which is that Heinz yellow mustard is the best mustard ever created. It's better
Especially at a barbecue.
than any fancy mustard, any Dijon, anything. And my wife
Kyle's
won't
disgusted.
That's crazy.
buy it. My wife
is
won't buy
crazy.
it. She's like, we have all these nice sausages, blah 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 blah. We're getting all this fancy fucking whole bubble mustard. I just want Heinz yellow mustard.
It's because it's got the most vinegar.
it's so good.
It's so vinegary.
That said, if I'm picking between those two, I'm gonna get some tater salad.
That's
at that
right.
barbecue. I got
Thank
you, baby
you.
girl.
Thank you. Get out of here.
You know what's
fucking
funny is if
yellow
I'm
mustard.
eating indoors,
not
I'm going to
even
go
good.
with the Dijon, like a Grey Poupon.
Uh-huh.
If I'm eating outside, Heinz yellow.
Let me tell you something. Yellow mustard sucks.
No,
Should
come
be taken
on.
off the shelves.
Come
Fuck it.
on, you must be
Agreed.
joking.
Next.
Wow, that's ridiculous.
Horrible.
Bug spray versus ketchup. I get the point. I
yeah.
really do. Both essential, by the way.
So I'm going to paint a picture here.
This
This
is a good
barbecue
matchup.
is not, you're not inviting people over at noon and then everyone's filtering out by 4 or 5.
Yeah, this is
Right.
go into the night barbecue.
Evening.
Go into the night.
Dusk.
You're going to have quite a few stragglers. You want to get the lights in the pool on, right?
Yeah.
So let's assume 10 to 12 stragglers
Mm.
staying until the night. So you're going to have dusk
God, I love
Okay.
the summertime.
while the mosquitoes
great.
come out.
Yeah.
So do you need ketchup or bug spray?
I mean, I have an easy answer here. First of all, ketchup is 1,000 times better than mustard. Don't care what
Are you a
say.
chick?
Nah, I don't care what you say. People have given me
Yes.
shit my whole life. It's a bad thing to say in Chicago. You're not allowed to put ketchup on your hot dogs. Fuck off. Maybe it's my reason for being traumatized about it and
Could be.
literally hate.
Sounds like
It sounds like you were beaten.
Yeah.
Listen, with the yellow mustard container and shoes. But listen, bugs they don't bite me that much, and I know that there are people like my wife who are much more susceptible to them. So, in the self-interest of, I guess myself, I'm going with the ketchup.
We've
Sorry,
already
babe.
established there's a pool at this party.
Yeah, of course.
Which means if the bugs are biting you, get in the pool.
I like it. All the natural, a
Ketchup.
natural remedy.
Not to mention, let's say you're the homeowner. Do you want a bunch of people slathered in bug spray hopping
No.
in your pool?
Nope.
I don't, and they're
I
gonna
don't
spray
either.
it. They're gonna walk to the door jam. They're not even gonna go outside to spray bug spray on themselves.
It's a mess.
That's
Get
right.
some citronella candles
Yeah, I'd
going.
rather have ketchup at my barbecue.
Ketchup, clean sweep, bug
Yep.
sprays. I don't even use it.
Nah,
Thank you,
it's
Heinz.
trash.
You did one thing right.
All right, so this is very specific.
It is.
Cornhole,
Mm.
a cornhole game.
Yeah.
Nice clean board, clean fresh bags.
Oh God.
Or-
cornhole.
Nachos made with melted Velveeta cheese specifically.
It looks good, except it's on a
Liquidy.
styrofoam plate. Don't like that.
It is very. The Velveeta is hilarious.
It's got little chunks of looks like ground beef in there, tomato, some chives or onions. It looks really good. Sour cream.
Nacho platter,
Yeah.
but the cheese must be liquid
Yeah.
Velveeta.
I like the Americana image of the cornhole. You've got the hot blonde wife who's spectating cornhole, sitting in the blaring sun. The two
that
guys.
actually
No
looks like a
shade.
65-year-old silver fox woman.
Yeah, she's a treat. The guys are in shoes. No one would be doing that on the lawn.
I like that they got the beanbag midair. there.
Yeah,
It's a nice shot.
It's cornhole. That's a good time.
Patrick?
Okay. I mean, if I'm going to be fully honest,
Yeah.
I would have cornhole because I think having some entertainment is probably
Yeah.
better than an additional food item.
Cornhole for me growing up in the Midwest was, I mean, we would
What your uncle
sometimes
did
just
to you?
yeah, we would just get together and play cornhole without the barbecue. Sometimes, I mean,
Sure.
it's 100%. It's a wonderful game, and it reminds me of my childhood. For me, it's a no brainer.
Clean sweep.
Lock it in.
It is cornhole.
Clean sweep.
What do we
Okay.
got here?
So, bowl of condoms versus a white trash rock and roll playlist
Oh,
on the
boy.
Bluetooth speaker.
Yeah.
I like this.
I want my speaker blown out.
Yeah.
I want to barely be able to interpret the words, and I want a lot of Kid Rock at the barbecue,
Yeah.
and then I'm happy. So white trash.
is Kid
It's great.
Rock.
That's great.
Yeah.
And also at my
Yes.
barbecues that I've always had, the ratio of male to female is like 12-1.
Yeah.
So I don't need the bowl of condoms at my barbecue.
Yeah.
36 males, 3 women.
Pretty much.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
I
Music,
did the
clean
Pat's
sweep.
math. Yeah, clean sweep.
Okay.
I don't wear condoms, never have.
You're not a sailor.
All right. We have barbecue spare ribs
Ooh.
versus margaritas.
Wow.
It's interesting because I shat on like other drinks at the barbecue,
Yeah.
but in the summertime and you're bringing out a blended margarita,
Yeah.
that makes you a great host.
Oh, dude, imagine even
100%.
offering the little float of Courvoisier on top to make it a Cadillac.
Yes,
Yep.
please.
Yep.
Are people turning that down?
No,
don't think
never.
so.
Never.
No.
I'll go
That's-
first. I'll go first.
Yeah, do it.
Think it through. I'm going to go margarita because that made me want one really bad. And again, I'm thinking of if it's my pool, I don't want people with sauce fingers.
You're big on the extra stuff ending up in the pool.
Yeah.
Overhead
Peter, the
lights
next
and
time we
sauce
go
fingers.
to Pat's house, let's just like rub our hands in like cheese and ketchup and then just go wash them in the pool.
I took a shit in it last time I was there.
Margaritas for me.
Listen, I mean, it's not a good matchup because fucking all you need is a hamburger hot dog, can get rid of the spare ribs. The margarita adds so much value to the barbecue proposition.
It
I mean,
does.
even if you just have one, like you're
yeah.
on top of the
It's
world.
true.
That's
True.
absolutely true.
Yeah.
Get your day started.
Clean
right.
sweep for Marg.
Absolutely.
Peter really sold me, to be honest. I was being like, ribs are nice as finger food, but the Marg adds so much.
Oh boy. Here
All
we go.
right, we'll blow through this quick to get to the
Yeah.
finals.
Yeah.
Cool Ranch Doritos or cheeseburger?
Cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger sweep.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's going to be the
Cheeseburger
winner.
sweet.
It's got to be.
Potato salad or moonshine?
Potato salad for me.
I'm going to go shine.
Really?
I don't need. I'll say I serve myself potato salad at a barbecue less than 50% of the time.
Okay.
Whereas moonshine, I'm always going to have a little dabble.
We got a little tiebreaker. Can we get a drum roll? You got a drum hit there. Don't press the wrong button.
I will go potato salad.
No drum roll
I will.
necessary.
I will
Okay,
do it. I'm
that's
gonna
fine.
Do it. It's
Thank you.
It's too good.
Bye bye,
too
shine.
good.
Cornhole versus ketchup.
Holy shit. So no mustard, no
The
ketchup.
big
Or-
K's.
Wait, mustard. We still have mustard, right?
Mustard's long gone. You eliminated mustard.
Oh, okay. Well, I was going to say, so keep in mind here now, you'll have no ketchup or mustard.
Yeah,
to
now
put
you're
on your
looking
burger.
at dry
burgers.
meat.
But still got the cheese, though.
Because I've eliminated all sauce
I
meats.
assume there's mayonnaise not on the bracket. I'm picking Cornhole. It's fun. It's entertaining. Everyone can live without ketchup.
Pete.
Dude, I just went on a whole diatribe about it. My childhood with cornhole.
And ketchup.
And yeah,
Ketchup.
both of them actually.
You love both equally.
Listen, we got a pool. Don't need the cornhole. I'm going ketchup.
That's fair.
Is it fair, Kyle? Can I assume there's mayonnaise?
Sure.
Wait, no, it's not on the list. What do you
I
mean?
know, but
There's
I don't know
other
how
things
the
that weren't on the
rules work.
list.
Yeah.
No.
As long as
It's
there's
only
some
what's on
sauce
the
for the
list.
meat, we're going to go cornhole. Standing there with a beer and a koozie, tossing bags.
This is an invalid fucking bracket.
So
there
you
are
say
no other
ketchup-
items.
Ketchup must
Since
be
when are there
cornhole.
other
Well, that
items?
means there's going to be one thing at this party.
That's
Yeah.
right. There's only two things.
right.
Well,
No,
three,
one
including
thing.
the pool.
One thing. Only
Cornhole.
one thing wins.
It's true. Only one thing.
It's a terrible party then.
That's what I said.
All right, margarita versus your white trash playlist.
This is actually hard. So there's no music.
If we get rid of music, there's no music.
Okay, so there's no music or no margarita.
And we have cooler of beer on the other side waiting for us.
That's true.
That one on the other side, right?
Yeah.
Cooler beer.
Yeah.
Yeah. In that case, we need white trash
we
music.
do.
Must have
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
Imagine
Because
a
if those
barbecue
two
without
are
music.
all you have, you've got a good time.
100%. That's most parties in college.
Correct.
Just
Yeah.
cooler of beer and music.
Yep.
Correct.
Yep.
Yep.
Maybe a little weed too.
Yeah.
Cheeseburger, potato salad.
Cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger. Moving on.
I think it's gonna win, baby. I don't know.
And cornhole versus your playlist and your tunes.
Same logic
But,
here.
but both
Oh,
of these go well with the cooler of beer.
absolutely.
Yeah,
and
we-
you can actually enjoy cornhole with a cooler of beer and no music, I feel like.
But
Nah, I don't want to be just listening to people wheezing through their
I
fucking
gotta
nose
go.
whistles.
Same logic for me, man. Listen, you gotta have fucking music. You got a pool. A pool and one cheeseburger.
It's very specific music.
Goodbye, Cornhole.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Yep. No, that's fair. I that was the right choice.
Goodbye,
All right.
Cornhole.
So moving on to
Oh
compete
my
against
God.
Cooler of Beer, we've got white trash rock music playing loudly over a Bluetooth speaker or cheeseburgers.
This is it.
It's got to be the cheeseburger.
Why?
Because the music and the beer, you can have a great time together. But we're talking about a summer grill out.
That's correct.
Yeah.
We're not talking
Yeah,
about a
right?
college party.
It's not even if
You're
you don't
right.
have the cheeseburger.
If we lose the burger, we've lost the barbecue.
It's no longer
There's
a
no
burger.
longer a
Barbecue
You don't even
barbecue.
need
bracket.
a propane tank.
Yeah,
That's barbecue.
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're going cheeseburger?
I must.
Yeah, cheeseburger. All right.
I don't even want to do finals. That's it. That
Should-
is the
that-
party.
that is-
Should
the
we
party.
not do? Yeah, this is it. This is
That's
the party.
it. That's it.
I don't
We've won.
think they need to compete.
Wow. I mean, this is it. But
Okay, but we're all going to pick cooler of beer.
Yes.
So we can do
I
it.
was gonna
but
go
the point
cheeseburger.
is, you get together with your buddies and you each have a burger and nothing to talk about, or you have a cooler of beer and everything to talk about.
Exactly.
Yeah, even the most
and we've already
mundane things.
established pool. So if you just got some buddies together with a cooler of beer and a noodleless pool, you can still have fun.
Absolutely.
You'll
And a
be
jacuzzi.
sad that there's no noodles.
If I text you, hey, come to my house for a beer and a swim,
Yeah.
you're going to do it. If I text you and be like, have a burger and a swim, you're going to be like, no.
Well,
I'm
as
not
long
doing
as
that.
it's
Am I
as long as
eating
it's
in
not
the pool, that's gross.
As long as it's not just you and your wife inviting me and my wife
correct.
over for a
Swingers
swingers.
All
type
right,
thing.
that's the party. We got burger and beer for the ultimate summer grill out. You should have known that getting into it.
Yeah.
I thought hot dog had a good chance.
Yeah.
It did. It really, really did. Hey, let's go to your house and grill out.
I'm hungry. I'm starving.
Legit, let's go right now.
Let's go. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Hey, don't forget to go to wildtimes.club/info for all the links. Check out, we do 6 podcasts a month. I know you only get 2, but there are 6 available total. Go to wildtimes.club/info. Love you. Good night.